Now, a Herefordshire farmer has found a new use of thousands for rusty nails by bending and welding them into works of art.
David Powell is making tree sculptures that are so good they've been exhibited at the Royal Academy of Arts. Andy Bevan reports.
They say great oaks from little acorns grow, but this one rose from a few bits of scrap metal and boxes of old nails lying around David Powell's Herefordshire farm.
I decided to make a tree and I gave it to my wife as a present. So that's really how I started. Possibly never have started if it hadn't been for those nails.
This is pretty much all that's left of what was once hundreds of thousands of nails owned by a man called John Farr. He was David's father-in-law's cousin. He was an undertaker, and the original purpose for these nails was to make coffins.
With that first tree, which he named in memory of his unlikely benefactor, David discovered a talent he didn't know he had. It gave him a newfound career as a sculptor at a time when his health was making physical farm work more difficult. What was once a cowshed is now David's welding workshop.
The trunks are usually metal that I've got on the farm. They may be an old scaffolding tube or bars of a gate. I'll build them up so you've got the thick, obviously the bigger piece at the bottom, and then the next thing I suppose that I do is start bending nails. Cut the heads off them and then physically bend them into the right shape. What I don't want them to be is all the same, because nothing is ever straight in nature. I always say to myself, nature's wonderful because of its imperfections, really.
Now David's talent has been recognised by the prestigious Royal Academy of Arts in London. This piece, called The Path Less Trodden, was chosen from more than 16,000 entries to be part of its summer exhibition.
I'm lucky enough to have had a lot of compliments when I've done shows, but you think to yourself, nah, thank you for that, they're just saying that. But actually, when you've had something judged and they've judged it good enough to be at the Royal Academy is absolutely mind-boggling, really.
But perhaps not surprising, given his unique transformations from scrap into sculpture. David's portfolio now stands at about 40 trees, but there's still a whole forest waiting to be created.
I've got lots of different trees, but they're all up here somewhere. I never tend to write anything down or do a sketch or anything because I don't want to be tied to the blueprint. Then I like it to evolve. But yeah, I've got a lot of trees in my head yet that I'd love to create.
And those nails, once destined to play a part in the end of lives, will instead continue to provide the elements of new ones. Andy Bevan, ITV News.